course hii ni Youth Cafe, tuko na vitu kibao tumeprepare on open mic. Tunataka kuongea kuhusu hii virus HIV and AIDS. Tujue exactly history inatupata tukiwa wapi na ina affectaje ma youth. Leo tuko na panel moto kama pasi. Sijui zinzi kama unataka kuanza kuwa introduce.
Definitely. So closer to me is Dr. Sarah Musyoka, who is the program manager under the Ministry of Health. Thank you so much for making time to come on the show.
Thank you.
And next to her is Bernard Baridi, who is a prevention ambassador. Thank you again for coming on the show. This is your second time.
Mchochi anajitanga MC Baridi, viatu on flick nini.
Okay. And
naoni boys wangu anaitwa Tevin Papi. Sijui kwani unajiita hivyo? Papi.
Hiyo sasa
hiyo ndio jina mzazi alikuwa
ya mtaa hiyo.
Bugote hiyo story. KU massive ndani ya nyumba, acha tucheke history itakuwaje.
Okay. First of all, as a student, thank you so much for having the confidence to come on the platform and help us really discuss this topic.
My pleasure.
So Dr. Let us start with the obvious question, which is, what are the programs in place that young people may not know about? What are some of those programs in place that can help us as young people, empower us as young people when it comes to fighting HIV and AIDS?
Thank you very much for inviting me. So we have various programs that are in place, but I think the first thing is to know in terms of the burden of HIV in the country, we have about 78,000 new infections, and as you correctly said then, that over 50% are among the young people. So Baridi and the team really are programming for them in terms of making sure that we provide the whole range of prevention interventions. One is abstinence. Yeah, we still promote abstinence for those who are abstaining, because the statistics actually show us that 4 out of 5 young people who are aged under the age of 15, they are actually not having sex. So for them, then abstinence is one of the programs. We have other testing programs, and right now we've introduced self-testing, so they can be able to access self-testing. We have some for the men, there's still VMMC, which is still available. For the women, there's prevention of mother-to-child transmission if you get pregnant. And for the other new interventions right now are PrEP,
which
the new kid on the block.
Yes.
That is pre-exposure prophylaxis for HIV, and other programs that are there. We are trying to make them youth-friendly. It's a process.
I mean, MC Baridi, you are a prevention ambassador. Are they youth-friendly?
Yeah, we are trying to make them so that they can be youth-friendly. From the beginning, they were not youth-friendly because of doctors in medical field, and you know, medical school and doctors and how things work. See, it's about work. So we saw that there's a huge place that we're going to lack. That's why we send our proposal to Daktari and NASCOP and the government as well, that there's a lot of gap that we have left behind, and there's a lot of new infection that is taking place in youth. If we can't do something here, we're going to lose this generation.
So you feel like we need, as young people, to now work together with the likes of Daktari in order to close that gap?
Yes, so that we can change now science into reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
For you, Papi, you're a student at KU. JQuat rather.
Yes.
What is the conversation? Do students know about these programs that Daktari is talking about?
Watu wengi hawajui hizi vitu, you know. But let's face it, youth are sexually active out there.
True.
Wako active. So hizi programs zinatusaidia kupunguza hiyo rate ya HIV. Unajua tukinyamazia, there's no point of kunyamazia. Hiyo ni kukua stereotype. You get? Let's just get into the new generation and work with it.
And talk about it.
And talk about it, work with it.
Speaking of talking about it, we are also engaging our online audience as we always do. So if you're streaming live on Facebook, on www.ktn News, on YouTube, we are asking tonight, our Twitter poll question for tonight, which we're using to engage with you, is do you know of any programs that are set up to tackle HIV and AIDS within your area? Do you know of any of them? Tweeters, let me repeat that again. Do you know of any programs set up to tackle HIV and AIDS within your area? Secondly, we're also talking about something that Daktari has also mentioned. It is the PrEP. What impact do you think HIV and AIDS prevention drug, PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis, will have? Those are some of the options that we put for you. Engage with us online, tweet us at KTN News, at Zinz_K, and at Brian_Asili. We want to hear from you as this conversation continues. All right, so Asili.
Mimi nilikuwa na swali. Do you think youth wamesimama wako confident enough to share hizi story like their sexual conduct, ama wakamtu aseme mazijo we need help? Do you think they come, is it easy for them?
I don't don't think it's easy, even for any person, even you and me. It's not that easy. So it's a process. Once they have knowledge, I think it's much better. Barid is able to talk about it. A few other people are able to talk about it, but it's not as easy. What we are trying to do is to give correct information and trying to build their capacity around HIV so that they can be able to talk about it. Because the truth is, the young people need to make the right choices.
Kuna youth ako huko nje amekaa home hivi, anaweza penda kujua hizi vitu mnasema. Sijui kama kuna ma-conference, ma-events zenye mnaweza waita ndio wakam, because unaweza kumeketi home na ujui exactly nini inaendelea. So how do we seek help? How do we get help?
So right now we're actually making a deliberate move to actually reach out to the young people. We are having youth engagements with them, youth engagement forums. There are now youth councils where they are able to kutuambia what is happening. And beyond that also, like we are having campaigns, prevention campaigns. Baridi, we are having some campaigns which we are planning with the young people, led by them, done everything by them, because we realize that we can't do it, but they know better the problems that they have. Conferences ziko conference kama sasa kulikuwa na conference Maisha conference. I don't know if on Sunday there was a Maisha forum, a youth forum, which brought over about 500 youths just coming to talk about HIV, the truth.
Okay. Dr. there's something that you mentioned, and the fact that these programs are led by young people in order to reach out to fellow young people. Baridi, for you, when it comes to realities of how the realities of young people when it comes to prevention, you're on the ground, you're talking to them. In short, you're the bridge between the medical field and young people. Paint for us a picture of some of those realities that you get to hear when you're talking to young people when it comes to prevention of HIV and AIDS?
The experience is wonderful, and young people know most of the time they express their feelings in WhatsApp and social media. So we have activities that we do. We go to universities to create awareness on behavior change and talk about sex. And second thing, also we partner, like we have organizations also doing this thing for young people. We have LBCT one-to-one. One-to-one is a platform for young people to call, which is their number, it's 1190. You call for free and get a lot of information.
1190.
1190.
Okay.
And then we have NAC, we have Maisha, which Dr. was talking about, that happened on Sunday, that youths came together to talk about these things. Now, in our part, as me as prevention ambassador, I go to universities, I go to churches, I talk to people, I go to like some stations, like most of the time on 10 over 10 Citizen. I was here some time back. So it's how we can engage these people through creation of awareness, because young people having sex there. And you know, the tradition is what has been killing us. When you tell them, don't they ask sex. Why.
Yeah.
So please, just do whatever you feel is right, but please try to use prevention methods. We have PrEP, we have condom, we have other things. But if you feel that I don't want to have sex, please abstain, because that's the right thing that you're supposed to do. But if you feel that I have to do it, please, there's a bridge. Know yourself.
Wacha tukukat short kidogo.
Yes.
Tuende kwa street, si uenda kwa mtaa. Each and every week si uenda kwa mtaa. Tunaongea na wasee, tuliuliza swali simple sana. Kama wako na confidence ya kujitest wenyewe. Hebu tucheki kile watu walisema mtaani. Hii ni Street Sense, na of course tunakutana na youth different. Tunauliza swali moja simple this week. Je, wako confident kujitest for HIV and AIDS? Wacha tucheki kile wanasema.
Poa sana. Yes, I'm very confident about testing myself for HIV/AIDS. One, it's because HIV/AIDS is very manageable these days. So the sooner you know about your status, the sooner you can start treatment.
Nikijipima nikiwa kivyangu nitajipea moral, nitakuwa na hiyo confidence. There's no one around, there's no one I'm hiding the results from. So I'll have time alone to think of my life and, you know, consider the results and what I'll do next.
Testing myself would be the best way to be private, because the results would be mine either way. So
I don't practice sex at the moment, so I am confident enough. And second, I just think it's okay if you actually know.
Ni lazima nijue status yangu. Why? Because siwezi taka ni affect mtu mwingine and yet I don't know my status. It's good to create that awareness that you already have it, if you have it, and if you don't, you know that you're safe to do something else.
umecheki vile mayouth wamebonga mtaani, lakini pia hapa hivi ndani ya nyumba kuna vitu kibao tulikuwa tumesema tutafanya. Sijui Zinzi una mpango gani?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Unaona mavitu hapa hivi sijui ni nini?
Yes, all right. So Daktari came with a few of these examples. I can see a HIV and AIDS self-testing kit. I can see oh, there are two of them. And we're also going to take a look at some of those pre-exposure drugs that we've seen also in the market. So Daktari, first of all, these are the self-testing kits.
Yes.
These are two different kinds. If I could just, we could just display one.
Yeah.
These are some of the prevention self-testing kits that are outside there in the market. All right. And
so this is a blood-based kit. We have a blood-based kit, and we also have a oral test.
So this one is based on blood?
Yeah, this is based on blood. And that's what we're going to use today.
All right.
So we have a campaign which we are running, which is Be Self-Sure. The Be Self-Sure campaign. So if you go to the NASCOP website, which is www.nascop.or.ke, you can get instructions on where you can get a test. So now these tests are available in selected pharmacies in the country, and somebody can be able to test themselves.
All right. Are these free, or do I have to pay a certain price?
So right now you have to pay a price. So they are going for about 900 to 1,000 Kenya shillings for one self-test kit. But the plan for the government is to make sure that they are available. And the reason why we introduced HIV self-testing is to actually reach those people who are not testing. So men and some of the young people who are actually the ones whom we are trying to reach out.
You've seen, I can see we have another type of self-testing kit.
Yeah, no, there are only two. I just wanted to demonstrate the two self-test kits. This is PrEP, which is a different thing. So probably we will talk about it a little bit later.
Yeah, let's talk about it right now before we jump into...
So you'll not see the word PrEP anywhere. These are drugs. So what I would probably show you is...
And how much do these ones go for?
They go for about... These are free, free in government facilities. So you will be able to...
Okay, as you're trying to remove that, MC Baridi, some of these things that I'm sure you go with them to campuses like you said, what is the attitude of young people? Do they say, enyewe ntenda kununua, or do they shy away? What's the attitude that you feel on the ground?
Like now PrEP, we still wait to see, because PrEP you cannot just give out. PrEP you have to come to the facility so that a doctor can talk to you about it. Because if you give a young person PrEP today, that person will take it today and leave. And then the next day that you want to have sex, then he takes it. That will be misusing the drug.
So Dr. Are you supposed, if you could just show this, the PrEP drug, do you take it every single day?
Yeah, so PrEP is a pill, and it's used for those people who are HIV negative, and it's taken for those who are at high risk of HIV. So it's a pill which is taken once a day. For the period of time that you are at risk. So it's not something which you take for life. It's something which you start and stop. But I want to at least provide this information that PrEP is not something that today I decide, I'm at risk, and you decide to just go and take it. Even though watu wanasema, but that's not. But that's not true. So PrEP is a drug that you have to take for a period of time. You have to take it for a period of time for it to become effective, and then after that you take it daily for the period of time at risk, and then a health provider can stop
it. Wacha ni involve Tevin. Wewe unaweza chukua sotisa yako utakula chipo ama utanunua dawa?
Nitakula chipo alafu ni dead. Sini kunywa dawa
sotisa, si ndio?
Hapana, hii ni the one which is the PrEP. PrEP iko free kwa health facilities.
Hiyo ni free, na hii kit ingine.
Hii kit ingine ndo lazima ununue. For now.
Unakuuliza university student. 900 so tisa, kupata so tisa ni ngori sana mtaani, ama nimedanganya.
Si shida, lakini sasa ukikataa kubai, ukaenda hiyo so tisa yako, utaidisha alafu ile nyingine utadishi saa ngapi? Si ubai kitu alafu utakula chipo baadaye ukiwa BA,
ukiwa form.
Jo. Hii stuff unafaa ubai, utest, ndio ingine itakama.
Lakini muone hii stuff itafanya mademu wetu.
Hii ni maisha.
Ndio nakuuliza huoni itafanya mademu wetu wakwe promiscuous, waanze kufanya activity kibao akijua mazejo.
Not just women, including men.
Nasema mademu wetu. Sisi hatudate.
I'm so sorry.
Sisi tunadate mademu. So ni majika demu yako nakulanga hii stuff. Yeye anajua amejishield. Wewe na wewe.
As a man, the
As a
responsibility.
man, wewe responsibility yako unaonaje? Ama uone kama mademu wetu watakuwa promiscuous akilala na Jemo na Kevo yako tu sawa.
Toa mahali pale.
Unaongea jua. Are you talking about prep? Ama unaongea
I'm saying
test kit?
unaona your test kit. Si imeshaka mtaani. Wase wameipata wanatumia ku prevent magonjwa, si ndio? Na sasa kama demu yako wanakula hizi vitu na analala na kila mtu, lakini wewe ujuaje?
Wacha ni correct something. Kuna hii HIV self test kit. HIV self test kit ni kujua status yako. Yeah? So the goodness na HIV self test kit unaweza kuifanya kwa nyumba, lakini tunasema by law haufai kupatia mtu mwingine mna test. Lazima ujitest peke yako. It's not a test which you can use to administer to somebody else. By law, if you do that, it is wrong. Somebody should not force you to take a test. Somebody should not make sure that, they come and tell you, I want to know your status. No, that's not allowed. If actually you're found to do that, then it's wrong. The other thing about the self-test, the test that you get here, if it's negative, then it is negative. But if it is positive, we want to advise anybody that if you find that you get a positive test with a self-test, you have to go for confirmatory testing because it is a screening test, meaning it's just used to find out that you're negative.
Dr. Because of time, can we do this really quickly?
Yes.
So Dr. Sarah will just show us how this specific HIV self-test is done. And this one you say it's you through blood. That's how
So
you
the beauty of this self-test kit is that you get the results in 1 minute.
All right.
I think you could go ahead, and since you're the one taking the test, I'll just show you how to do it. So you open the test.
Okay. As she's doing that, MC Baridi, one of the questions we're asking our online audience, ni kama e-PrEP, the drug, whether it will have, what kind of impact it will have. Will we see the rise of STIs, a reduction of HIV and AIDS, which is the core goal of it, increased planned pregnancies or increased promiscuity? What do you guys honestly think?
Okay, to me, PrEP will reduce HIV infection. But also, as Dr. has said, PrEP is not for positive people. It's for HIV negative people. But first, you have to take that PrEP when you know very well that you are moving around. Like, if you have like different partners, then you have to use the PrEP. So to me, but in another side, when I go back now to Kamtani, now leave my profession and now come back to the people that in the society.
Yes.
Some of them will misuse PrEP, and that's now people will get pregnant. That's how people get STIs. But right now, we are trying to push awareness and knowledge to them so that they can understand what PrEP is really.
Okay, so Baridi, we have a few of these things. Secretary, could you take us through this?
Yes. So the first thing that you do is you open the kit.
Yeah.
You have to check the expiry date. So this one
Expiry
is valid.
date.
After that, you open and look at the instructions. So for every test kit, you have to follow the instructions. So the best thing is usually to place the instructions in front of you. So in a place where you can be able to clearly see.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe Baridi, you can also hold that for us there. So once you do that, you open the test device.
Which
this.
Oh, okay.
So you need to open this.
Okay.
The testing device.
And you can do this at the comfort of your own home.
Yes.
In your own privacy.
Yes. So you open the test device, you place it there.
Okay.
So after that, you warm. It says the second thing is that you prepare. You have a flat surface. You remove the cap of this. So you remove this cap.
Wow. Papi, do you think you've seen, has any of your university friends done any of this?
Honestly, I've never seen this.
Wow. Okay, so it's the same. Me too. Honestly speaking, me too. So
I want
it's
you
also
to
the first time.
Yeah. So this is a lancet. You open it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to warm your hands.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you try to milk your hand.
Yeah.
Because you need the blood to come out there.
Okay.
This is a lancet. So I want you to take it.
Okay.
Prick.
I prick myself.
Please.
Okay. All right. I will try not to. So I just.
Okay. So just make sure that you formed your hand and it's everything. Then you make sure that you feel a click. Press it until you feel a click.
Oh.
There.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Then I want you to milk that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come here, and you will need to make sure that this.
Let me just move closer.
Yeah. make sure that the drop goes into. Just keep on milking it.
Until it drops in
It drops in. You can't, it should drop in by itself.
automatically.
Yes.
Right. Oh my goodness, why won't it not come out?
It just takes some time.
Okay. Can I shake?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scared if I shake, it will not go into the bottle.
I hope uko na damu.
I do.
Little drop, don't worry.
Yeah, buried it will drop, Daktari has said. Okay.
Then after that, you close the bottle. I want you to open this.
Okay, I close the bottle?
No, just wait.
This is interesting. And you can, okay, wow. Are there YouTube videos, in case I forget?
Yes.
YouTube. Are there YouTube videos on how to go about this?
Yes, so you just put that.
Okay.
Close this. You shake this. Shake it. Then I want you to pour it there.
Okay, so we shake, and then we pour it.
Yes.
Inside here?
Yeah.
All right.
So I think we will, the next thing you usually do, you put the second.
Oh, it's blue in color.
It's blue, the second tube. And then you put the third tube. And you have to make sure that the fluid goes down. And then you put in.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, you put the second one.
Good. Asili, I hope you're watching this.
So we might not be able to do everything. We'll put the second one.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. And then you put the third one.
Okay.
So for now, I think we'll stop there.
Yeah.
Because then after that, you will be able to get the results. So once you do that, you will put the third one. And then you can be able to read the results.
Okay.
Can we?
Will results know because of
Yes.
confidentiality.
Tuseme
That
hivi.
term has
Iko
refused to
nini?
happen. What is English?
Tuseme hii maneno, iko
All
nini?
right. So Brian Aseli, take us to the next phase of Youth Cafe.
Nakwambia kila wiki si kukutana na wasanii different. This week tumekutana na producer. Jana Imagine aliwin award as audio producer of the year. Naongea about Magic. Kama hujui Magic ni nini, then you need to know this guy anaitwa Magic Mike. Wacha tucheke historia yake tuone inaendaje.
Magic Mike is a young Kenyan, born-again musician and producer. I started music when I was in high school. I developed an interest in music when I was in primary. But in high school is when I started rapping. You know, I was one of those guys who used to rap in, like all throughout high school. So I was one of the cool guys. And then after high school, I finished my college education, and then I went back to school and did sound engineering because I was really interested in learning the art. And then I got into production, but I've been rapping since high school and singing. I was born in a Christian family, and my parents are very grounded Christians. And so, you know, that foundation has always been alive and well in my life since I was extremely young. So, you know, I don't think I ever got a moment where I thought of doing secular music. Well, first of all, winning an award last year was, I think the biggest benefit from that was people are willing to listen to me more now. You know, like there's a respect that came with winning an award. And that has also opened so many doors for me. Like it's made it easier for me to talk to guys who I want to work with, or, you know, whether it's collaborative or it's just me producing for them. It's made it easier for me to get on platforms where I can preach and just share the word of God with especially young guys. So I think enabling me to get on platforms that I didn't have access to before has been the biggest change. The way I approach collabos is weird, because I never do a collabo with an artist because they're bigger than me and I need their brand to propel my brand. and I never do a collab with an artist because I'm bigger than them, and they want my brand to propel their brand. It's all about, at the end of the day, what is it we are trying to achieve with a song. For example, the Kambua song, Bumaye, she was just the perfect fit for it. I'm single, I'm not really searching right now. I have a few projects that I'm working on. I don't think I'm in that space yet. Right now, this year especially, I'm working a lot on production more than me as a musician, as a performer. So, there are a few projects that I'm trying to put together, two compilation albums that I'm trying to put together. Hopefully they'll be out end of year or early next year. Man, first of all, as I said, you have to be passionate, because passion will get you through a lot. There's still a lot of people now who do music that don't make much, and they still do it. So you have to be honest with yourself about why you're doing it. Secondly, you have to respect your art. I find that a lot of people who get into music don't respect it. They're always late for studio sessions. They don't put in as much practice time as they need to. They don't study, they don't research as much as they need to. And yet, if you are a lawyer, you'd never be late, to get to the office. You'd be there at 8 and maybe even spending more time after 6 to work on stuff. And I feel like that's the difference between guys who make it and guys who don't.
Honestly speaking, I was thinking of someone else. I was thinking someone else would take this award.
maneno zinzi nimekwambia watu wako na talanta.
You know what I like? The fact that he talked about work ethics. As young people, work ethics. Why are you late for meetings? I like that. All right, so let's come back with the final results. Daktari, there's one tweet that we've gotten, but I can see you're holding this.
So it takes, for that, just to finish up the process, because I think we left it in the middle before the break, is that after that, after you read the results within a minute, and you have, if it's negative, it usually will show one circle. If it is positive, you test again in 3 months. If it is positive, it will show 2 circles, and you go to the clinic. So we advise you to go to the clinic and to seek care and for retesting. Okay. And if you don't see any circle, then it's invalid. Okay. But just to mention that for this, you don't do it alone. You can get support. So for the young people, we are advising that when you get a self-test kit, please ask for support, and there is support to do this process together so that we don't have an issue. Like, I know some of the concerns that are there.
Yes. Yeah. Mike, you tweeted us and you said you think it will bring more harm than good, affirmative test kwa nini, and you'll already be depressed. So you're saying the key towards this is do it with someone.
Do it with somebody. So when you're doing a health provider can help you to do the self-test kit. For the young people, we're actually advising you, please go for a self-test kit, but have the health provider to support you. They give you some counseling and tell you what to do. And if you need help, there's a hotline you call, and please talk to us. We don't want you to suffer alone. And even if you get a positive result, it doesn't mean that you're HIV positive.
All right. Baridi, very quickly, your final remarks, very quickly.
My final remarks is all is not lost to young people that are there. We can start all over again. Let's come back. There's life. There's life, and there's a lot of things that we can do. Blast is here for you. Government is here for you. We will reach you with information. Right now, there's numbers that you can call, because right now, us as Blast, we still don't have the number, but you can call 1190 for free and get a lot of information on PrEP and any issue that you love.
Okay, Tevin, very quickly, your advice to young people, especially that you're in university.
Yeah, okay. To my fellow youth, abstain. If you can't, there's always protection. Ukipatikana pabaya, because it happens. PrEP, kids.
Okay. Fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the show. Daktari, you've helped us understand so much when it comes to this. MC Baridi, the amazing work that you're doing, helping bridge that connection between young people and the Ministry of Education and other companies. Tevin, for being very courageous, for coming and talking to us and sharing with us your experience, as well as our audience. Thank you so much for allowing us into your home. Let us give you the Twitter poll results that we were asking you earlier. And one of them is, do you know any programs set up to tackle HIV and AIDS within your area? 66% of you say no. So, Baridi, nyi watu mko na kazi?
Kazi kibao sana.
Yeah.
23% wanasema yes, imagine, and 11% wanasema not sure. Na ni, of course, tricky sana.
Okay, we had a second question. I don't know if that will also come up. We were asking you the impact that you think that the HIV and AIDS prevention drug PrEP will have. Increased promiscuity, increased unplanned pregnancies, rise in STIs, and reduced HIV infections. We've been getting so much feedback from you guys. But right now we have to close the show and make way for Friday briefing. My name is Zinzi Kibiku. Thank you so much for watching. We will leave you with Technoid, Brian Aseli.
Of course, the hottest man in Eastern Central Africa, Brian Aseli. Nimedunga hivi symbolic kusema tujichunge mse, tujiprotect. And then nimedressiwa na Ace Mode collection by Stefan. Big shout out to you wherever you are. But for now, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Kofefe, we've gotta go.
Kofefe, we gotta go, man.
Good night, everyone.